Alrighty, folks. Welcome back to another session of our Astral Avenue Magdalena Blues. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, and we are joined by all of our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say, I don't know, what you could say whatever at this point, and it won't matter. I mean, it will matter,
Hi. I'll say whatever, and it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter anyways.
Not even a little.
It could. There's consequences for everything, but
Even our greetings.
even greetings. But speaking of consequences, let's get into our recap of last time and find out the consequences of past stuff. I don't know. We'll do a little recap and pick up there. So, last time, after arriving at Station 217, unlocking the internal area within, finally had a chance to speak to the caretaker of the station, Miss Valley, gnomish scholar who liked to study planar magic, specializing in the Astral Sea. She thanked you for figuring out her clues that she had left and said she'd be up for a trade, as you guys were curious about that if you had anything of use that she could use in her studies. Afterwards, she was going to go get some dinner ready, excited to have guests here. Another ship arrived at the station, an elven Starmoth vessel, filled with what looked to be elven soldiers of the Oasis. Confronting them as they glanced around the place, you actually came clean about how you came to your findings in the wreckage some days ago with the slate. Some smooth talking by Louise, all was actually forgiven. You actually ended up getting paid for the giant bovine skeleton you had found. This group was led by Shalisar Inglesaru. Louise was even told that they had been wanting the skeleton as it belonged to a group of Brogue and their leader, Little Alfie. Shalisar said that they could use some extra muscle in Gordon's Landing in the coming weeks. So he said to let him know if you were in the area. He also warned that you shouldn't stick around for whatever was to befall Station 217 before they promptly left, leaving with the rest of their crew and taking the skeleton with them on their Starmoth, and were there for not very long before they leave. Unsure of what they meant by that warning, he told Miss Valley about it and actually talked her into just starting to leave and pack up her ship so she could leave, unaware that the implement of destruction was already on the station, near her ship. As you started to move things from the station to her vessel, you noticed a strange rock. It seemed to move slightly and grow, trying to grab onto it as it didn't belong as a rock. There's no rock nearby. It ended up actually growing to huge proportions and sprouted rock arms and rock legs and even a bit of a face on it. Tried to smash up the ship and then proceeded to try and smash up the station and tried to smash you guys if you got in the way. Luckily, you were able to take it down before it could cause any real damage, at least to the station. The ship got messed up. But it started pounding the ground and everything around it, but you guys ended up crumbling it. With Station 217 saved, Miss Valley thanked you again, and you stayed for a nice meal of veggie sandwiches and got a good rest there. Then had to leave to head to Gordon's Landing in maybe hopes of getting a job, or at the very least you're getting closer to the core systems of the Astral Sea. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys it's been about 2 weeks since you've been at Station 217, flying across the way. What have you been doing for this little bit of time, and what are you doing in this moment?
Dr. Jellybean is absolutely studying the pleasure krill and learning their, all of their biological behaviors and mechanisms, and trying to find the right food to feed them and the right pH of the water and all of those little details.
Okay, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Nature.
This is kind of like you guys have 2 weeks of downtime. What are you doing during that downtime? With a 26, you seem to have figured out the right balance of pH and the amount of salt in the water and like just perfect proportions. And maybe spending some time talking to them. Have actually, one of them is in the middle of just gestating.
It's happening. I'm gonna, as soon as I find that out, I'm gonna show the crew.
We got poo babies.
Yeah. Pretty soon, gonna be little poop babies running around.
Oh, I cannot wait. I mean,
I wonder if they'll be hallucinogenic.
Maybe
Maybe
even more so.
extra.
you know what?
I was-
I should probably test some of them when they mature and they become possibly hallucinogenic
I
For
think that would be a
science
good idea.
reasons.
I mean, it would make sense scientifically to, test the quality of their hallucinogenic properties.
Ooh, maybe they're more hallucinogenic when they're babies versus when they're adult.
Oh,
It's true.
Perhaps I should try one right now. Yes.
Agreed.
they're
They've not been
They're
born
not.
yet.
They're not ready yet. You gotta.
Maybe
let 'em
pregnant
take
ones are
too
even
long.
more so.
I
Oh
bet
my
pregnant
God.
ones would be.
Oh my god.
We just sell pregnant pleasure krill. They're perpetually pregnant.
Super powered with their poop babies.
Um,
Um.
I'm going to read Magic Items and You, Volume 1 and 2 that I have.
It's like the September issue of like 3 years ago, and the fall issue, and then there was like a swimsuit issue.
We got a swimsuit special of magic
Yeah.
items and me.
Wow.
Or
Yeah.
it's
Like
like
magical swimsuits.
magical like flip flops and sunglasses and magical bikinis, and
Merlin and a Speedo.
it's mostly
Yeah.
like illusory magic involved in these to kind of like make it look like other things.
Ethel, you want to add that to the shift inventory? I think it's good. We should start keeping books on here. I don't know if I'm the only person that likes to read.
Nerd.
I have in fact read books before.
Well, here's 2 new magazines to read that are excellent. One's a swimsuit issue. I'll set
The
it
pages are kind of stuck together on that one.
It got wet.
Because they took it swimming.
Yeah.
Tell me there's like a magical shirt in there with like a six-pack that makes you look like you have a six-pack.
Absolutely, there is.
Changes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. It's
So-
it's probably called the shirt of absolute. I don't know. Come up with a name for it.
Yeah,
Sort of
but add that
absolution.
Yeah.
to the
It's the absolution. Yeah.
add that to the ship inventory. Magic Items and You, Volume 1 and 2. Or I guess Volume 1 and swimsuit issue.
Yeah, you've got like
Special-
you got a
special
fall
edition.
issue from 3 years ago and a swimsuit issue from like last year.
Perfect. Otherwise, I'll be practicing. I'll be sparring with Oblade or anyone else who wants to spar. Gotta get back to the 2 scimitar style again.
Fair enough.
Probably
Anyone
about
else?
all I'll be doing.
Okay.
Parting with Tobias and maintaining my pistol.
All right.
Yeah, anyone know how to fix my dagger? This thing is... Or should it just become a wall ornament?
Yeah, I think it's just decoration now.
I do think
Yeah.
that you could just use it as a club.
Hit people with it.
But you see, it's Dr. Jelly, show him the knife I gave you. This is what it's supposed to... See, they're not really meant for, like, hitting people in the
Oh,
head.
the dagger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a... So we'll go ahead and add that
Stab,
to the...
stab.
Add corroded dagger to ship inventory too.
It's worthless. Yeah, but you
It's
can.
worthless.
I mean, it's sentimental value. You remember that time that
Yeah,
my
it's-
dagger got corroded by this ooze that we accidentally got on board the ship?
Right.
Save it. It'll come in handy.
There'll be a purpose.
Always
Wait, do we
is.
know why the ooze was on the ship?
It seemed connected to the other creature.
I think we picked it up, or picked the other thing up from that wreckage, and then the slimes were just there because of it.
Or if I remember correctly, I think I I studied it, and it just like happens sometimes. Being in the astral sea, is that right?
Well, the creature sometimes, but the ooze was
Oh,
actually you guys didn't figure it was from the
We don't know anything.
bovine
We're
creature, but yeah,
oh,
the skeleton.
Oh,
But since we don't know that, that's good because Tobias was right about bringing the skeleton along.
Yeah.
We made money, guys. We have money to spend.
What, 1,500 from it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did we add that to the ship's inventory?
It's technically in my inventory
Okay.
right this second, but that's just because I didn't know who would write it down.
I'll
Well,
tell
yeah,
you right
That
now,
we had 15.
it's not going to be me. Like, I will never write down the money.
But yes, we have 1,500. We have some rations, some water, some long swords, a helmet, a bunch of cat food, snow globe, 2 magic item U editions, and 1 dagger paperweight.
Oh, and don't forget about the fish suit, right?
Yeah, the fish soup.
Yeah.
That's really useful for someone who doesn't wear armor.
I
Yeah.
guess
Oh, like me.
Louise, with nothing really important to do, would just kind of go around the ship, inspiring people with his tunes, and trying to come up with like a ballad for us. And possibly a party name. I don't think there's a party name, right?
No. No, it's just the crew of the Magdalena at the moment.
Which is what we are.
It's not
Well, that is true, Aethel, but we need something that strikes fear, awe, inspiration into the people that hears our name.
It's like
Are we supposed to be
Oh,
scared?
blades attacks. Yeah, he's right. We need a better name.
Well, any suggestions?
We've been through this before with names, and that's how the ship ended up with the name Cupcake until you informed us that's not the way that you say it. That's why it's now the Magdalena.
Yeah.
It only took us 2 weeks to deliberate that last time.
Well, I mean, it's still a cupcake.
Yeah, just
Big
like a
fat
fancy
cupcake.
one. Yeah.
It,
We
it
could
sounds
be
it sounds better.
the Magdalena Marauders.
As I'm like striking it over, like maybe the swords of the Magdalena. I'm like,
The swords of the cupcake,
I don't have a sword though.
The
you have a little one.
Crusaders.
Cupcake Crusaders.
Mhm.
The Cupcake
Okay.
Crusaders. You know, I will give some time to think about this.
It took weeks last time.
Well, we have
time.
We have a couple of weeks to spare.
Oh, yeah.
El Corza de Magdalena.
Ooh.
We are the icing of the cupcake.
Wow.
Icing on the cake.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
What about
That's pretty
what about
good.
the corazon de Magdalena, the heart of the cupcake?
Heart? Heart of the cupcakes don't have
That works
hearts,
too.
though.
I think as long as it's Spanish in front of
No,
Spanish.
no. The Magdalena is the ship, and we are the heart of the ship.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, okay. I get it.
I get it too.
It's metaphorical.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The metaphorical heart, not the real one.
I mean, if it's
Not
if it's not to your flavor, then we can try something else.
flavor.
Okay, let's see. What do we have? What do we actually have?
Well, as you all debate a name for your crew of the Magdalena, it's probably a trying effort for weeks, for a couple of weeks.
Mhm.
And by the end of it, this is probably when the pleasure krill start to gestate. One of them does. But eventually, coming through the astral sea, you would see what looks to be through the clouds and actually it would be kind of resting on just a flat plane of whitish gray clouds. Looks to be a large severed foot.
Hmm.
Upon closer inspection, getting nearer and nearer to it, those of you familiar, you would know this is Gordon's Landing. It is a massive three-toed blue foot with buildings built all around it. Would have the occasional cluster of stone, kind of like almost small moons or clusters of asteroids kind of floating around it. But it does have like, it has greenery floating on it. You can see the warmth of lights in the buildings. Looks like a sort of castle of sorts built on the upper parts of the ankle where it had been severed previously, and stony outcroppings that where it was also severed. As this is Gordon's Landing.
Oh, that's cool. I bet they have stuff to buy here. We should bring gold with us before we contact. Should we contact those people? Let's
Why?
Well,
Why is it a foot,
hold
though?
on. Hold on. Are we sure this is Gordon's Landing?
It looks like a big city. I bet they sell stuff there.
Well, I
Can we
just,
find it on the map?
want to make sure we do not get off on the wrong foot.
Ooh.
That's
I get it.
Wow.
You're welcome.
If you check the map, this is indeed Gordon's Landing, and I would say some of you would be familiar, or at least knowing that it is. Actually, everyone give me a history check.
Can I do a cartography check instead?
That will give you something different, but yes, you can.
What attribute should I use for my?
I would say intelligence because it's like based on memory.
Right. And it's just at advantage now. Is that how that works?
So it'd be an intelligence check at advantage, yeah.
Yeah. So advantage. It. 11.
All right.
I'm so smart.
The rest of you would not have been here previously, but you have heard, yes, Gordon's Landing is actually a foot. You don't know why or how, but it's a foot that's floating in the astral sea. It's been a city was built on it. Dr. Jellybean with a 15, though. You can inspiring song everyone. Is the day, you probably do it every day. Trying to work on your new song for the group, a ballad, if you will. But Dr. Jellybean, with a 15, you would have heard tale, your call if you've been here before or not, that Gordon's Landing is named after Gordon Caltro, who founded the place. He actually crashed his ship here and started building with a group of giant creatures called Brogue, who had lived on the foot, which is supposedly a severed foot of a long forgotten and dead god. But man, supposedly Gordon, he is an orcish individual, but supposedly he's still alive and living well on the castle up top.
All right, I'll tell that to everybody.
Wow, history's so neat.
How long has Gordon Landing been around if Gordon is still alive?
Right, like how old is he?
I'd say it's been around about like 60, 70 years.
That's
So
not very
he's
long
pretty
at all
old
Yeah.
for himself.
for himself. Yeah.
For orcs, don't live that long. And he was already an adult, I assume. He might actually be dead if no one has checked on him.
But this is the astral, right? So it's timeless.
People
For
don't.
him?
People do not age in the astral. That is correct.
Oh.
Hmm.
Right? Well, that's good. That's why I look so young.
Good for
Yes.
him.
That's why I'm so confused on how old I am.
Me too, buddy.
You're confused
All
about
at
how
once.
old he is?
We're both
Myself.
confused.
About everything.
About each other and themselves.
Why be confused when you can just look good?
I'm
We're not
that.
all as lucky as you, my friend.
Oh, come on. You're You're being too modest about yourself.
I was
That's
for
more,
Oasis.
that's more like it.
Have you seen how the scars and the beating and look?
Hey, there are people that are really intrigued by scars.
That's true. I
All
have
right.
heard that and read it in a book once.
Even Aethel knows this.
They tell a story, you know?
Not fun
Even
stories.
Yeah. Well, who wants to hold the money while we go shopping? You have gems to get rid of too, right? Oblate?
I have no gems.
We don't have gems.
Did we
I haven't-
find gems?
I don't think I have
You
gems.
got rid of them last time you were in A-Town.
Well,
Oh,
No,
but I
you
do have
haven't, so
I do have this severed head of Harris Jeter still.
Oh, God.
Should I get rid of this?
did we
Wait.
not
Did we
turn
It's,
that
it's
in?
smelling up my bag now.
You would have turned it in.
Oh, that's good, buddy. Because you try to pull it out.
It's just the mark
Gosh.
there from your bag where it was.
It's not real. It's not real, buddy. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Still
That's good.
it.
Harris Jeter isn't real. He was never
He's
The
real.
ghost
fucking-
is
Here's
just
your cancer.
haunting your backpack.
Don't worry, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah, so I thought we got rid of the gems after Kybina.
Yeah, I think
Kybina port stuff.
Yeah, the
Well,
only
we
the only
still have-
gem you kept was there was a diamond worth, or 2 diamonds worth 300 gold. Or I
Well,
think
should we-
total of 300. One was 100, one was 200.
split up the money just to be safe then, because there are probably pickpockets and everything here.
Is it not safe on the boat?
I guess we could go back and get it.
It's a
We can
ship,
take some of it,
actually.
and you're not wrong. Are we gonna? So we want to take all of the gold. I mean, we can't lock it up on the ship.
No one.
Some of
mean,
it.
We
half
should
of it.
have some savings, yes.
Let's say we just take like, there's 5 of us. We take like 500 gold with us. 100 gold each,
Or 200 gold each.
or 200 gold each. That's great.
And then keep 500 on the ship.
Is there like a safe or anything on the ship that we can safely store?
Yes, there is a kind of makeshift safe. It's under the seat that you sit on all the time.
Oh,
It's
right.
not really so much as safe as it is like
A little hiding
a
hole.
cubby
A
hole where you
hidey
just,
hole.
yeah, you just like shove stuff in there.
Like a
Would
squirreled
we
away.
like to see about buying a real safe.
We should probably do that.
Well, just make sure we don't lose that eyes of the beheld, so we can check on this.
Yeah. Let's
Facing the
position it.
safe.
Yeah. Well, maybe not directly facing the safe, because then that might make it obvious if someone knows what it is. Maybe
The
sort of like
safe-
looking in the area.
In the
How big are these
peripheral.
eyes of the beheld? Are they
Yeah,
like...
well, what they have it currently. It's essentially like eyeball size, and it's like a little gem thing, and they have it attached to a plank, a piece of wood that's sticking out of one of your barrels.
Hmm.
And it was facing the entrance to the cargo hold. Pretty much
security
the
cameras.
entrance and exit to the ship. Yeah, it's a ring camera essentially.
Okay.
Too bad it doesn't like alert you, so you just have to like kind of like look at it every now and then.
Yeah.
Right, and doesn't like record. You can't go back.
No, unfortunately, you have to be like, look at it periodically.
Mm,
That's the way of Oblate do it, because he always does go well with that. We do have Boulder eye socks we could sell too.
That's true.
that might be
Let's,
good.
Okay.
Mm,
Did I miss this? Did you fight a beholder?
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
before us.
Oh yeah, he was a professor from the other
Yeah.
ASMR, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he
And,
went crazy, and we killed
And he
him.
went crazy. He like kind of sort of kidnapped a bunch of children and took them to this like rock that was like a ship, and he was gonna go somewhere. He just kind of like abandoned these children. He was gonna go back to his homeland. He went crazy. He tried to kill us. It was horrible.
Yep, he had abandoned his child.
It was just not a great place.
Mm-mm.
No.
Wouldn't
No.
know. I wasn't there.
No,
Good story though. We killed a boulder.
we did.
we-
Well, let's hope there are no beholders down here. So, are we taking 500 gold and leaving the rest?
We're gonna take 200 each.
200 each.
Yeah.
It sounds like, at the very least, Oblate wants to take 200. We can take any amount other than that if we want.
Well, I would take 200 just in case there's something shiny somebody wants.
Yeah, I'll take 200. Do we need to like make a list of things that we're looking for or that we need?
Well, we need food,
Bullets.
Well, yeah. Bullets,
bullets. I might need a new dagger.
new dagger, yeah.
We're probably almost out of rations. We're probably almost out of water.
Yeah, that's important stuff. We need to resupply on food and water.
What about cat food and hamster food for Lily and
Probably
I mean,
getting
Lucy.
low.
Yeah.
I
don't
should
know
probably
how
get
much
some
sugar that I'm supposed
surplus
to use each time.
instruments if we're talking about Lucy.
gotta stock up?
Yeah, so we need supplies for the ship and maybe some books if we come across any books that are in, common or elvish.
Okay. Well,
Really?
sure.
You seemed quite enthralled with the books you were reading earlier.
I was.
It's got pictures.
I like pictures.
Oh, I saw. Bikinis.
There were a few.
The
We need to
follow
find
ship
yourself a
looks
girl,
like
mate.
pictures.
Just got to meet the right one.
Perhaps we'll come across a nice halfling on Gordon's Landing.
Maybe.
Statistically, the town should have a small folk of some kind.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll
Statistically,
take
yes,
it. I
but
got a good feeling about it, Tobias. I got a good feeling.
what do you think the percentages are, Ethan?
Why does that worry me so bad, Dr. Jellybean?
Does my so my cartography thing says basically that we're where we're supposed to be. I assume.
Yeah.
Does
I
it have any info about Gordon's Landing, like census data or anything?
would say you would guess it would have average makeup of like majority probably being humans, but then like probably like 40% humans and like the other 60% is split between all different variety
All the
of
different.
yeah.
Do we have a guesstimate about how many people live in Gordon's Landing?
About say like 10,000.
Oh, this is a big city.
It's
Not
a big
big, but it's big enough for sure.
Yep, everyone watch your gold.
Statistically, there should be about 500 halflings.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my gold in my inner pocket of my lab coat. Open it up in the pocket.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put my money purse in my tunic.
So everybody's taking 200 gold from your hidey hole.
Yep. And we should go ahead and take these ice stocks too. So we'll take those. I'll hang on to them.
All right.
We have 500 gold. We have 0 ice stocks currently.
Oh, we also got plants from Miss Ivy, right?
Yeah,
The
you
one
do,
in
you do have a
Wellington?
couple of plants on the ship now.
Okay.
Were we not wanting to keep those to like
Yeah,
generate
oxygen.
additional?
No, I
She
just
just meant
like
like to keep in the
in the-
inventory.
Inventory.
Yeah, I thought we got one. Did we get more than one?
I think it was just one, yeah.
Okay.
One thorny vine plant.
One
No one
thorny
has
vine
those.
plant
Thornius
was stocked.
vinus plantus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you make landing at the docks on the edge of the kind of side of the foot, you would be kind of immediately greeted by a shorter, maybe like 3.5, 4 foot tall simian folk with, has the webbed area between their arms and their torso. Looks like they got like a bandana, but a little bit of a formal suit going on. At least top half. Bottom half is just like slacks. No shoes. Hey, how long y'all planning on staying around these parts?
A week?
Uh,
I think a week should be about right.
It's 5 gold a day.
Whoa. These quite pricey.
Gordon's Landing. Quite a pricey place.
Oh, well. Should we just go ahead and pay for 5 days now? 4 days? That should give us time to resupply and everything. I don't know how long we're going to be here. Can we pay some in advance and pay the rest later as
Absolutely.
it goes?
Yeah, no problem with that at all. We do that kind of stuff all the time, and well, if you don't come and pay, we charge interest or sometimes take ships. So keep that in mind.
Understood. We'll make
Here's
sure.
15
Insight
gold.
this guy while he's kind of doing this banter.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you trying to gain from this insight check?
I'm trying to see if he's legit and if like
Is
when
he actually the dog.
if he's actually the guy or just trying to score
Good question.
25 or however much gold from us.
Yeah, give
Just
me an
hanging
insight
around
check.
the docks.
The slacks is what is throwing me off.
Yep.
Slacks.
He's got like a mullet wardrobe going on.
Yeah.
Business up top, party in the bottom.
Good rolls. There's
9.
a good roll.
Good roll.
Seems to be on the up and up.
Mm.
Mm.
Well, can we get your name, sir?
Yeah, Quintus.
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 That means 5.
It might mean
And-
something. I don't really know.
5 gold. That makes sense. That's why.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's probably why I came up with 5 gold. Yeah.
It's
You
probably
came
not.
up with 5 gold? You just came up with it on the spot? 5 gold?
Yeah, that's
Arbitrarily?
probably why I came up with it when I started the business, you know.
Listen, I think
mean,
it's
only
okay.
a portion of it goes to me. The rest of it goes to Gordon.
I would notice if there was a racket scheme going on. We're perfectly fine. You can pay the man.
There's 15 gold.
There's 3 days.
All right, well, keep it here, and you got 3 days to pay the rest.
Do you have like a ledger or anything, or like a permit for us?
Yeah, do
Some
you need us to like
paperwork?
sign anything, like a document?
Do you want to sign something? We try to
If
keep
we
things
have-
pretty informal here.
If
But
we
you look
have to
kind of
pick
formally
one for
informal.
this day, where should we find you?
Oh, I'll be wandering the docks. So if you look down there, usually in that building, if I'm not there, that's my home. Just right at the end of the dock, and you can see like a kind of it looks like it was a home at one point, just a regular house, and you can see the roof structure still, like 1-story small house, and it looks like a shack was built on top of it, kind of like tied together with rope. And you can see some like kind of like a crane sticking out of the top.
Can I look around and see if there's anything that resembles a dockmaster's quarters? Other than that building that he just pointed out?
I would say if you look around, there is that is the only building that is like attached to the docks.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right, Quintus.
Yeah,
We're gonna
Quintus.
go explore the city.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Where's the best place to get a good weapon?
And halfling.
I'm sorry, that was a 2-parter. Looking for what now? A halfling and a weapon? Or a halfling weapon?
Blade said he was looking for
No.
a halfling, and
I just
Vias is looking for a weapon.
I don't think they sell people here. I mean, I've been around a little bit. Yeah, I've never seen anyone sell people, but
No,
I
I
think
don't-
we're not trying to buy
I think
people.
that's
No.
no.
I
That's
mean,
not
if you
having
are, that's your
business
business.
here.
I keep my nose out of where it isn't supposed to be. So, we don't do
Probably
that
buddy
here.
who-
I don't think. I think Gordon definitely didn't allow that.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm like, why you gotta make everything weird? I just
It was
wanted
just
to
a
know where
joke.
a
It was
weaponsmith was.
just a joke. Just a joke.
Oh yeah, slavery's
talking
no
about buying
joke,
people.
man. But hey, you do you. Just keep it out of Gordon's Landing. I think. His the Gordon's guard, they'll get up on you real quick.
That's good. They'll do that.
Just to clarify, we're not trying to buy any people.
Hey, that's cool. Me either.
Okay,
I'm
good.
Okay, back to the original question. I just want to know where to buy a good weapon.
Looking for like magic stuff, or like you just looking for like down to earth kind of like.
Magic.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a little spot down near the center of town. I would recommend, you guys seem kind of new here. Don't go below into the toes or like within unless you're invited, or if you work down there. Just keep that in mind. But there's a cute little shop. I believe it's part of a chain called Small Curiosity. It's kind of in the middle of a square about 5 blocks that way. kind of hard to miss. A lot of lights around it. Just make sure not to make fun of his feathers.
What's
Why
wrong
would
with his
it-
feathers?
I don't think anything's wrong with them, but I heard it was a problem a while back. I think they grew,
thanks for all
grew
the
back.
info.
Is he a bird? Bird guy?
I wouldn't call him a bird or a bird guy. He's what do you call him? Aarakocra.
Yeah.
They all are at the small curiosities. I saw one over at the mill a while back.
Oh, Quintus, you've been really helpful. I'm going to toss him a couple silver.
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm here for. And that's going to me, right? Not the and kind of pockets it. Not the
No, that's,
next. Okay.
that's for your help.
Yeah,
no, I
yeah, of
appreciate it.
course. Anything else you guys are looking for? Are you looking for a good bath or a good bite to eat?
I will take a bath.
And a bite, maybe a drink.
Are there any? Yeah. Are there any like bakeries? Love muffins.
Okay. Yeah, bakery. I don't know if I would call it a bakery or not, but there is a place called the Steam Room. They sell steamed buns and stuff, all different flavors. Also, all their drinks are all steamy. It's kind of cool. It's not necessarily hot drinks, but it's magic steam
steamy
coming out of
drinks.
it. And there is a bathhouse, a local spa called Rook and Bone. It's a little further up on the ankle, before you get to the castle proper, but it's up there.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you for all your help. I think we're going to go explore your town a little bit.
Wait.
Oh, it's not my town.
is
It's Gordon's. Make that
Right.
clear.
The town.
Yeah.
Hey, Oblate, enough about the slavery question.
No. This is
Yeah, you got to quit with that, man.
I
That's
gotta
not
huddle you
cool.
guys together. Did we ask him about the Oasis? And maybe the guy that tried to kill us at 217?
Why don't we just use the sending slate to find
Yeah,
it?
let's wait till
Well,
after
but-
we get rested.
Well, maybe he knows more than we know, and maybe this
Might-
guy's... I don't know.
Might work for them and alert us. Just saying.
Quintus.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Since we're new here and you already gave us the knowledge that we should stay away from the toes, the crevices of the toes,
Yeah.
are there any groups that we should be wary of?
Well, I mean, if you stay away from the toes and stuff, you should be good. The broke down there aren't too friendly to people interfering, unless you have an official job and actually work down there, like I said. And
So there
engine
there are
stuff,
no-
I don't know what they're actually doing down there. Beats me.
are no hoodlums, running up.
I mean,
a block.
there's people of all sorts around here in Gordon's Landing. I wouldn't be too amiss if there were people trying to sell people, or that's a joke from earlier because your friend here.
It's called a callback.
I don't know what they call it, but I'm sure there's people that would try to swindle you if you're trying to look like a tourist. That's my best recommendation.
Well, on the way here, we were talking to a passerby, and they mentioned something about an oasis or the oasis. I don't know.
Oh, give me a persuasion check.
You can do it.
Oh, I'm rolling low. 12.
I could add to that.
12 is a failure.
All right.
Add to it.
Add to it because it's free. Why would you never take free stuff?
I love
Aw.
free stuff. 13.
The
Like,
lowest
he would
amount.
just be like,
It's still free.
I would stay away from those guys.
Well, bad things.
Just keep your nose clean. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
And I certainly do. And I'm no, what do they say, brown noser? No, there's a lot of nose stuff that you can say about. I think those are the only two I know. But
There are a lot of sayings about a lot of body parts.
yeah, there are. Kind of thinks about it. And we're on a foot.
Tobias just
Mhm.
Tobias is doing the same thing.
Anyway, We should go.
Yeah.
No, I made the joke about getting off on the wrong foot. It went over their heads, and
Oh yeah,
You
that's a
know.
good one. We use that here all the time. So, it never gets old. Be sure to use it as often as you can.
hey guys, appreciate the humor.
I've been reading a book about humor.
Studying up, are you?
Wow.
That's why I knew what a callback was.
Well, hold on. I feel like Ethel should impress us with his studies. Lay a joke on us, Ethel.
Yeah. Tell us a
Let's hear it.
joke.
Mr. Funny Man. Let's hear it.
Wise guy.
You would see
I'm
Quintus
just
lean in
learning
like,
theory. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Oh wait, I messed it up.
Ugh.
Let me start again. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange. Wait, no, that's wrong. Let me start again. Knock knock.
Who is
Look
there?
what you've done. Look what you've done. We asked for this.
That was a really good try, April.
Keep trying, mi amigo.
Good
Ah.
joke, April. Yay.
Quintus just
tell us
walks
on the
away.
way to the. Yeah, that's you can tell us the joke on the way.
You should read the book some more a little bit.
I just started during this 2-week break, so
That's a good. You're on the right track.
Yeah.
You have the good foundation skills there.
Oh.
All right, well, Quintus, it was a pleasure.
He's already walked.
Uh,
He walked away after the joke, but
Oh,
boy.
he is gone.
Bye, Quintus.
Yeah,
he'll
that's
turn
what
around. He's like 30 feet away. Oh, yeah, bye.
Should we go shopping?
Yes. 5 blocks that way.
What are you gonna do with another magical weapon? Aren't you?
Eat or say
Oh, I only actually have one.
Oh, I thought you were pretty stocked up.
No, I have the short sword on my back, the 2 scimitars, I have my bow, but none of those are magical except for the one.
except for the scimitar, not the scimitar, the
Mm.
short sword.
Scimitar.
The
The scimitar.
magenta.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we could go shopping. I mean, I would like to get a bite to eat and a bath, but I can do that at my own leisure.
I think we should take care of business first, and then we do a pleasure business.
So do we, let me ask, do we do bath and then food or food and then bath?
Food then bath.
Food
Right,
then
because
bath.
you get dirty
Easy
from the
every time.
food.
Sounds great. Let's do that.
You gotta
At the
wait
item
before
shop.
after you eat, though. You don't want to digestion and stuff.
Okay.
No one follows
Depends
that.
on it.
Live life on the edge.
The bath is big enough to swim in.
Right,
I'll
that's
eat
only
in
for
the bath.
swimming.
Yes, but you don't want to be swimming at least 30 minutes after you eat. So,
I read
Just
that
don't
too.
swim in the bathtub.
So,
Well, we'll
you're,
have to from where we eat. To
so you're heading to Small Curiosity first?
yeah,
Sounds
let's go to small curiosity.
Okay. As you start to enter this town, it is actually a lot closer quarters than previously. There's lanterns lining the streets. You would occasionally note people in kind of blue and white striped garb with those not are they pauldrons, like the gold tassel shoulder, yeah.
Shoulders.
Mhm.
and like kind of like a naval kind of cap, walking around with walking crook sticks, it's almost like shepherd crooks, but not. It looks like they kind of pack a wallop. They do kind of have this air of authority as they walk around, as you would think, kind of like I said, blue and white striped, almost like a robe of sorts.
Yeah.
Walking the streets. But the streets would be filled with all sorts of people, like families, like maybe a little bit dingier as closer you are to the docks, but getting further in, it just seems like a regular city, paved streets. You wouldn't know that you're on a foot if you didn't see it from afar. But the entirety of the Astral Sea, that kind of multicolored abundance around you, seems to kind of almost like seep down around the area. but there is sufficient gravity here for sure.
Completely unrelated. Those are pellets.
Thank you.
Yeah, on a naval uniform.
Yes. I was like, I knew pauldrons was more armor. Yeah.
Yes.
Épaulet. But it does seem like they're local, like, essentially officers, law enforcement. Traveling a little ways down the road, like I said, about 5 or 6 blocks down, you would see in the middle of the street, kind of out of place, like you can't fit carts by it on either side. It doesn't look like it should be there. Would have a sign above that says small curiosity. Looks like a very small, maybe 15 by 15 room. Windows on either side, and it's just like lit up with multicolored lights around it and inside. You can see the shelves are stocked full of all sorts of items. As you see.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks fun. Let's go in there.
Okie doke.
Are you sure we've brought enough? Magic items can be quite expensive.
And
We might have to
I mean-
pull the money together. As
Sometimes-
long as it's worth it.
if there's something worth it, like, I mean, Oblate's jacket. Look at that sweet thing.
We can always come back.
And we're going to be selling things too, hopefully.
We have 4 things to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Right.
6 things, I guess.
I'm actually going to hand those over to Louise. Maybe in case it comes up, you should sell these. I know you're good at that whole talking thing.
How big are the eye socks?
They're not big at all. They're like maybe
Oh, okay.
maybe a foot long.
I just thought you were just gonna like pile them on the small penguin.
They're definitely like deflated and kind of rotten at this point.
Oh,
Eyeballs
Eye
are
sockets.
eyeballs are a little sunken in.
Okay. I will try to sell these.
Might be a little wet.
Sticky.
It's getting on my uniform. Come on.
Good thing we're taking that bath later, yeah?
Right. Food and bath right after this.
If I had known that we were trying to preserve them, I could have preserved them.
Oh, well, we usually just stick stuff in the barrel.
Yeah, the barrel where we keep the
Everything.
living organisms that were once alive and are no longer.
Perhaps you should preserve any more appendages we keep, Aether.
We'll need to make sure we have some copper on hand then. And salt.
Okay.
Noted.
No.
Add it to the shopping list.
To the list, okay. I'm writing it on my tablet.
Copper pieces, so just change.
Oh,
Oh, I've got 14 of those right here.
Definitely
You want 'em?
salt.
salt.
Salt's good to keep on the ship, anyways.
It preserves things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Bling,
Oh, that's where they put it on. Yeah, we'll go in.
bling.
All right. As you enter into small curiosity, the kind of like as you walk through the door, there's this warble of energy as the room in front of you could see from the outside. It was just a small 10 by 10 foot like room with shelves and stuff. It extends and elongates to probably about 45 or 50 feet long, still about 10 feet wide. And you would see a few birds kind of either looks like they're sitting invisibly around the plate, not on invisible like structures. Like they're just sitting in the air. Some of them are flying about. There'd be a few of them. They're almost like some sort of parrots, but smaller.
Like a small parrot.
Like a small parrot, blue and yellow, and be shelves filled with a lot of like paperwork, it seems, but also like some like everything seems to have a tag on it. Several sorts of items of looks like potions is a big thing here, but some of these shelves would have like cloths in front of them. I'd say the majority of them would have like cloth curtains in front of them. There would be a ding, like a chime almost, as you enter. And a voice would come from behind a counter in the very, very back. Yes. Hello. Well, welcome to Small Curiosity.
Hello, I'm Tobias Twofoot. I'm small and curious.
And you would hear like a clearing of throat as from around the counter a like 2.5 foot tall bird folk with a top hat with feathers all around it and a kind of tattered sort of robe and a like red scarf. It seems to have glowing green eyes and like just that black beak in the center of his face. Orange and white kind of coloration to his feathers himself. Yes, I'm Ergon Mills the Sixth. Welcome to Small Curiosities. I am small and curious as well. What's this guy?
I think he's smaller than you, Tobias.
Oh, he's cute.
Yes, I'm quite small. How can I help you? Looking for anything in particular?
Oh, well, I always like to look at weapons when I come into town. I've seen some cool ones. I picked up a couple nice ones, and I was looking to see if you had anything of that nature.
Oh, of course. Don't have any in stock at the moment. Some woman just bought me out just yesterday. We always do commission, though, if you're interested in some sort of item. And he starts to, like, slowly approach, and occasionally does little hops as he walks towards you all.
How long does that usually take?
A better part of a month or 2 or 3, or depending on the complexity. I do have several recipes, but they do take some time.
Oh, I understand that. I was just seeing if you had anything. Well, what are we looking for? Anything in particular? Anybody? Well,
Nothing
I know
in particular. I can show you what we have available. Several of the items you see on the shelves are actually ready for buyers that have already purchased them, just waiting to be picked up. Most of what we do here is commission, so but we do have the occasional thing where people don't actually pay, and we sell those for a discounted price. He uses the air quotes.
Oh, I like discounts.
Yes.
Can I see your discounted wares?
Yes, so we're right this way over to the discount bin.
Oh, it's
Oh.
a Ben. I like that.
It's the bin. Rifle through the bin.
It doesn't have a lot of things in it. You would see what looks to be a spyglass. It's like one of those like bins with like where you would have the old, like the discount bin at like a Walmart or something, like where they throw all the
It's the
DVDs in.
$5 movie bin.
Yeah, the $5 movie
Yeah.
bin essentially.
$5 magic item bin.
There would be what looks to be a spyglass in there. A couple of potions. Looks to be, it's still kind of somewhat organized and like in a way that it's presentable. There would be looks like a necklace with a small bell in the shape of an acorn on it.
Acorn bell.
Oops.
There is gotta go find this. Just like a brass key.
Oh,
There's
like the key
this
already.
wide green belt with what looks to be ivy and small white blooms growing on it. It has a silver kind of belt buckle in the shape of a troll's face. And there's a handful of potions in there as well. Look like potions of healing, and one of them is larger and deeper red.
I got potions of healing too. Perfect. What is this? First off, what does this key do? I'm kind of drawn to it. I like.
Oh,
keys.
that is a gnashing
something.
key. It eats locks.
It eats locks.
Ooh.
Quite. The more difficult
Can we-
locks, sometimes it will be eaten by the lock, but other times most of the time it eats them. Yes.
Does it just work one time, or can you use it again?
Let me look over here.
It's your item, buddy.
I just thinking a moment. Oh, yes. No, it continues to work. Unless it is too difficult of a lock, there is a chance that, like I said, the lock will eat it. The
Oh,
harder,
Very
the more
interesting.
complicated locks, the more complicated chance of it being eaten by the lock.
That's noted. How much for the key?
That would be 425 gold, discounted from 500.
Oh. And what about the belt? What does that do?
That is a moss-hide troll belt. It is amplified with the powers of a moss-hide troll. So it gives you a little more vitality, and this was for an unfortunate fellow who needed the belt and didn't have it and met his end. But it also has a chance to give you some of the properties of a troll, where you increase your health. It keeps healing, at least until you die.
Wow, that sounds nifty. How much for that thing?
That would be 3,500 gold.
Right, that's a steal. And what about this acorn necklace?
That is an acorn charm, commissioned by the same individual who fortunately met his fate at the hands of some treants, is what I heard. Quite unfortunate. It was supposed to... the charm was meant to give help with speaking to plants, also allowing you to speak with plants as if you understood them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. How much
Yes.
for that one?
That one is 500 gold.
Do
Oh,
the plants speak back?
You'd have
Or you
to
just-
ask them.
Well, hey, Oblate, let me borrow 100 gold.
Okay.
Remember?
what about the spyglass?
Oh, I was
Here's
wrong.
100.
It doesn't let you speak to most plants. It just helps you speak to plants that can already talk.
What?
Makes you understand speaking plants.
Ah, that makes sense.
Like treants and the like.
I see.
You can communicate with plants.
Intelligent
I
plants.
would say you might have a chance of speaking to a regular plant, but I wouldn't know. I haven't tried it myself.
All right, what about the spyglass?
That one is a shipwright's watch. Quite common around here. We've seen them before. We, at one point, made these in mass production, and this is just left over from that. It lets you look through like a normal spyglass, but you can also turn it, and it'll kind of pick it up and show you. You turn it like so, and you see behind you.
Oh,
So you can be looking over there, and literally they know you're actually looking at behind you, over there.
I like that too. How much is that thing?
75 gold. Discounted
Oh.
from 90. Yes,
Oh,
quite a
Great,
steal.
right? well, and you have a potion of healing too. Hey, well, I want to buy that key. I'm just kind of caught my attention.
It's a gnashing key. It does make some noise, not quite so much as a loud boom, but it does like to get ecstatic and chomp a good bit. Yes.
mm.
Well, I like it nonetheless. So
And it could break. So keep that
And
in
it-
mind.
I will keep that in mind. You said 425, right?
Absolutely.
I don't suppose you could possibly do 400? I just had to borrow some money from my friend here.
Give me a persuasion check.
Which one is the...
Would be a turn. No, it's pretty firm. It is discounted from 500. 475, I believe.
All right, 425. I'm buying it. And I'll hand
Splendid.
him...
I will wrap that up for you. We'll do all accounts at the end, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Just so we're not wandering about and taking this and that. And that and this. Yes.
Do we want the spyglass for the ship?
Yes, we
I
do.
think that would be useful, yeah. We'll take the spyglass too, please.
Of course. The shipwright's watch. And, anything else you'd be interested in? Or are you interested in commissioning anything? It would take some time, but we are quite backed up. I would say as he's talking. Oblate,
Yes, sir.
you would notice on one of the cloths a palm tree barely imprinted on one of the claws, kind of covering the shelves. On the corner of it, you would notice a small palm tree etched into it.
Like from an Oasis.
That's like on the cloth, you said? That's
Mhm.
covering the shelf?
Yep.
Is it illegal to sneak a peek?
Do you want to find out? Are you trying to sneak
Sure.
a peek?
Yeah, I wanna take a look.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
You can do it.
If you're
I
trying to be
believe in
sneaky.
you.
You know, I don't think I want to be sneaky. I think I just want to be like sort of looking around. I see it and just like walk over and look
Just
and
lift up the little
I'll
cloth there.
I'll feign stupidity. I'll act like I don't even know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because you don't.
I act like that every day.
Yep, that's fair. Looking in. As you would get a chance to see what's in there, it looks like it's mostly empty, save for a few, not even scrolls, just like paper stacked up.
And anything that I can see or glean from the paper stacked up of what it is.
Give me a perception check.
Good show.
24. You would kind of just like lift it up, see some notes there without even going through it. Looking on the top, you would see it is a letter signed by Aslan Alosis. That would be the first thing that stands out, and kind of like speed reading what you can in this moment. It does mention Shalasar in Glaceru. And it looks like it's titled to Alphonse. But as you lift it up, no, sir, that is for private customers only. No peeking and peeping. Private affairs
Sorry.
and all that.
I didn't realize. I apologize. I was curious.
We can't have peeping toms and window looky-loos.
Right, we don't want to
be
get
a looky-loo.
we don't want to get off on the wrong foot.
Yes,
good
of
job.
course. Never.
It's great every single time.
I never get tired of hearing it. It is the local saying around here, as so many people do get off on the wrong foot. Some lose a foot
Sorry.
over it.
Well,
I don't want to lose my feet. Quite attached.
Attached to my feet too. Well, I think. Is there anything else anybody wants?
Not magically, no.
I don't know. Do you have anything, fancier? Something that really intriguing?
Oh, you would have loved it. I just there was this wonderful cloak I was constructing. It was made of the mantle of monarchs, beautiful monarch butterflies. Of course, I did sell that. Unfortunately, I mean, fortunate for us.
What did that do?
Oh, well, it let you float like a butterfly, of course.
And probably sting like a bee.
Oh, absolutely not. No, it's
It's
a butterfly
completely
only.
different item.
It would be
Not at all.
a bee stinger, which could make a stiletto of sorts. Could do that.
That's a good idea. You should make one of those. That sounds like a good item.
Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel, Tobias.
Think he
That's
just
how I
did.
really felt. I did.
Well, as I
Yeah.
said, we are quite backed up at the moment. So you do need to place your orders if you want anything. It is a long waiting list, but of course we are available.
Did I see a potion of greater healing in that discount bin over there?
Absolutely. 375 gold. Discounted from 400.
Can
Very
you do
well.
any better?
There are a number of regular potions of healing in there for 45 gold. Discounted from 50.
Wow.
It still seems a bit high, I feel like. I don't know.
I'll grab a couple of those.
Very good, sir. I am sorry you are unhappy with our prices, ma'am, but they are discounted already. And it would be untoward of me to discount them further. Have to clear it from head office.
You are getting 10%.
Fair enough.
Well, I feel really good about my purchase, and I think we got some good stuff. Oh,
And I will note, you haven't seen this guy blink once.
Because he's an owl person.
yeah,
His
His
eyes
Louise,
are just constantly glowing green.
don't you have that one item you wanted to sell?
Oh, right. Do you barter as well?
Occasionally, it's an item of great use or good turnover. Yes.
Plop.
Oh,
4 eye stalks.
yes.
Behold.
Yuck.
I see. Are you looking to do something with them?
I was wondering if you might be interested in some beholder stocks.
I see what they are. I'll give you 10 gold for the lot. I could possibly use them. Usually fresher is better, and don't get your hands dirty.
Well, I would normally barter for a higher price, but these are quite stinky, so I will take the 10 gold.
Of course. And he kind of looks like he's about to reach out, and a illusory kind of bird claw scoops him up. Right this way to the counter, and you would see other bird claws start scooping up the items that you guys wanted. The 2 potions of healing, the shipwright's watch, and the gnashing key. And it brings it over to the counter. And he kind of like puts the beholder eye stalks in like what looks like a bin behind the counter. As he kind of moseys over. And so I think that would be a total of, well, if you're paying separately, or would you like this split in some way?
Take care of the 2 standard potions. There's 45 each, yes?
Yes, that would be a total of 90.
Okay. And if anybody needs any money, I would be happy to assist.
I can help contribute as well.
The gnashing key and the shipwright's watch would be a total of 500.
Right. I've got
Spice, you have my 100, right?
Yeah, I got your 100. So I've got 424. Can I borrow that 10 gold?
I'll just give you the is it 425 or 420?
424.
So he needs
We need
76.
76 more
I'll
dollars.
give you a 76.
Wonderful, wonderful. And tell your friends that you shopped at Small Curiosity. Come see us in all of our locations. We are scattered throughout. So you can see my brothers.
Oh, excellent.
Scattered throughout Gordon's Landing or scattered throughout the Astral?
Oh, the Astral Sea. And even within some, well, areas within the systems.
Any places we should check out?
Well, this one, of course.
Well, of course, Gordon's Landing is fantastic so far, but I was just curious if we run into your, siblings, if there were any places we should check out besides Gordon's Landing.
Oh, no, you'll see them when you see them, but this is the best one.
Oh, I believe it. I got a
Assuredly.
cool key.
Did buy a key.
Yes, you now have a gnashing key.
And gnashing key.
Oh,
Because
hey,
it
Mister,
bites
can you
things.
can you tell us where to get some like rations and just like basic supplies?
Oh, sure, just ask the dockmaster if you're ship folk.
Oh, and what is his name? Or her name? I don't want to assume.
Quattro Quinta, something like that.
Kunta Kinte.
Kuta Quinte, yes, that is it.
Was it Quintus?
Perhaps. I don't have a boat myself.
Close enough, huh?
Fair
Yes.
enough.
Well, you can see I'm very busy, so thank you for stopping by.
Well,
Well, thank you for the help.
It was a pleasure to
And-
meet you.
Sorry again for being a looky-loo.
Well, I wouldn't want us to get off on the wrong foot.
See, it's great. It's still great.
Kind of gives
Every-
a smile to it, but it kind of like, I would say Oblate and Aethel would see his eyes turn towards the area where Oblate looked.
Well, let's go get those
Gonna look there again.
steam buns.
Steam buns.
Oh, have fun with that.
We will.
Toodaloo.
As
Not
you-
even sure why we were told not to make fun of his wings. They looked fine.
Right?
I say
Yeah, did
as
we see
leave.
anything?
What? You would hear a sneeze as you leave, as you say that.
No.
And it sounds like a puff of feathers fly everywhere. And as you kind of turn back around looking inside, it just feathers are flying everywhere.
Oh my god.
I think that's
No.
why.
And we weren't supposed to say nothing.
Aethel.
I didn't
You
say
need to
anything to him about it.
He heard you.
Oh,
But
Maybe it's one of those diseases you only feel the symptoms when somebody reminds you about it.
that's exactly what it
Like
is.
being stabbed.
Who does have the sending slate at the moment?
One of these two yahoos that likes to break the law.
We're law-abiding citizens.
That's not true. You've never even seen that movie.
I thought
Or did
Louise actually
Louise
had
have
the
it?
same thing. Yeah, Louise had the same.
He was the last. Oh wait,
Did
I
have
wrote
it?
on it.
Yeah,
I
you have it.
I was just saying what we should
I
write.
wrote on it. But would I have taken it with me? I feel
It was
like it would be
probably on
on
the
the
Or would
ship.
you leave it on the ship?
ship. Yeah. It's just on the ship.
Okay, fair
Why
enough.
would we leave that on? Why would we leave that on the ship?
I don't know.
Why would we take it with us?
I don't know. Do you leave your cell phone at home?
Sometimes,
Yeah. No.
but not intentionally. But it's
Right.
not. So it's not a cell phone. It's more like bringing your iPad.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Pager?
She already has an iPad.
Exactly. Why would you
Right.
bring
She's our
it?
iPad kid. She's already got one.
Why would I? Yeah, exactly.
You got any games on it? You got any games on your phone?
I got
You bring the wrong iPad into battle.
got Minecraft on it. And...
Oh,
Anyway,
well, I'm thinking I want to check the Eye of the Behold to make sure that no one's on our ship and stealing our gold.
Give me a
I
perception
don't
check.
know.
What do I perceive?
What do your human eyes see?
You would see Lucy gnawing on some wooden objects.
Okay, that's about right.
Wait, what does that do sound or no?
No, it doesn't do sound. You just,
Alright, then nobody has anything. If I wasn't looking at it.
You hear the chewing.
looks
I'm
like
gonna
looks
look through.
looks like she's chewing on one of the ladders.
I'm just gonna look, sigh, and I was like, I guess she's hungry, and then just leave it at that.
I wonder what it would have cost to get more eyes of the beheld.
We found these ones, so they were free.
Hmm.
I wonder if you use eye stocks for them.
Probably.
How much did we sell the eye socks for? 10 gold?
10 gold.
Yeah.
10 gold for
They
4.
were
so
quite
2.5 gold apiece.
deteriorated.
They
I mean,
were deteriorated. Yeah.
Not in the best shape.
normally I would barter, but I think I still have the smell on me.
I'll sniff him. Yeah, you do.
Thank you for confirming. Perhaps we move up that path.
Maybe so.
Food first, I thought. I'm
You could
hungry.
maybe use magic to fix it in the meantime.
Does anybody have any magic that could fix it?
I can clean you up. All
Oh,
right.
please.
All right. So press to digitate. Anyone else need a little cleanup?
Always.
I'm good.
All right. Get in line.
I like to smell my stank. For now.
I mean, it changes nothing about the bath.
I just to press to digitate, I press a button on my tablet and a little green ray comes out and kind of from head to
scans
toe.
him?
Just kind of scans him and cleans him up a little bit.
All right.
Ding.
Yeah.
And by the way, so I did see some papers on the shelf in there. Definitely some Oasis stuff going on. Remember Aslan? That elf that
Oh,
at
the fancy.
at the rush,
lady.
yeah, the fancy lady that almost had us killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's talking to Alphonse, who I'm assuming is Alfie,
Little
and-
Alfie.
little Alfie, and they also mentioned that guy that left the stone that tried to kill us.
I bet
didn't
she
really-
was the one that bought all the weapons.
Chalazar.
That's actually a good idea. That could be true. Maybe
I thought
maybe it's her.
Mm.
Wait, where's the... Do you have the slate with you?
No, it's on the ship.
Well, okay. Food, bath, and then we gotta go back to ship.
We were probably going to do that anyway.
That sounds about right.
All right.
Okay.
So heading up, following the directions that Quintus gave you to steam room.
Steam room.
You would see a large building as you start to approach, steam starts to kind of almost mist and fog starts to fill the streets, and you can kind of barely see, but it does kind of spread, so it kind of wavers as you walk through it. But a little ways away, you would see just a regular looking building with just steam billowing out the windows. Several smokestacks that just have steam pouring out of it into the astral sea. No signage, but it is very obvious that this is the steam room. You can hear noise of talking coming from inside as well. And there would be a about 3 foot tall automaton, just kind of with a mustache kind of painted on, and glass blue eyes staring out blankly at the door.
Hello.
Hello. Are you coming to the steam room?
Yes.
How many?
5.
Correct.
All right. Pulls out a kind of clipboard. You will be seated in J7. Please
Thank you.
follow the designated area. Enter.
J7.
Okay.
Do not pass the threshold where you are not allowed.
Is that also marked?
Understood.
It will be clearly marked.
All
Can we have
right.
food in the steam room?
There is many
Steam room
food
is
in the
awesome.
steam room.
Nice.
Because we're not at the spa. We're at the steam room. Is a place that serves steamed foods.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Oh,
The
I thought this
rocket-
was the.
No,
Gotcha.
Rock and
No.
Bone is the bathhouse. Or Rook and Bone. Rook
Yeah,
and
so I
Bone.
thought it was Rook and Bone.
Feel free to seat
I-
yourself. There will be someone to greet you once you arrive.
All right, Captain. Let's go.
All right. I am starving, so
Me too.
what do they have?
As you enter into this place, it is just filled with very kind of sweet, aromatic smelling steam. As you can hear the chitter chatter of people behind, it's like almost like those the paper kind of doors that slide. And there's a series of hallways. Each doorway is clearly labeled to different, J7. You'll be able to find it easily as it's kind of like a hallway, and there's no one in it except at the door of E3, which is kind of tucked away behind after you go through this maze of corridors. You would see two what look to be elven guards in the same kind of armor that you've seen with the Oasis.
They're Oasians.
Mm-hmm.
Made that guy puke in his mask. That was cool.
I
Didn't
forgot
happen.
about that.
This is the steam room. But finding J7, which is not too far away, you would actually, you would enter into a small room that has menus placed out, and it has like a little window against the wall as you enter. All like paper walls. Everything's pretty quiet inside here, but there's like a window you can open up, and menus kind of laid out on the table in front of you for 5 people.
Oh, perfect. I'm starving.
Is it steamy in here like it is?
It
like
is
outside
not.
around
It is
the
not
room?
steamy in these smaller rooms.
What about in the hallway? Was it steamy?
The
in
hallway
there?
was a little bit steamy. But as you sit down and start reading the menus, everything is steamed. Like, the steam is the first word on everything. Like, different flavors of steamed buns with different fillings, and steamed drinks, steamed ice drinks, steamed lemonade. It doesn't seem to make sense, but eventually the window opens, and a halfling individual who you all recognize as in not very good disguise, but you would see Sherry Canepsy. Looks like she's wearing a little beret and kind of has an apron on as she opens the window. Oh, hey, welcome to the steam room. Do you guys know what you're getting? And then kind of like looks around at you all. Oh, hiya.
Yes, detective. I believe I know.
Fancy
what we
meeting
ordered.
You may want to shut the door.
Well, it's just a window, but that she's kind of like a delivery window that just slides open, and you can just see the top half of her. With this moment of unsureness, that'll be a good spot for us to take our little 5-10 minute break.
She's undercover.
Yep.
And we've blown it.
I mean,
No.
I just called the
April
detective.
dead.
Yep.
I was like, yes, detective. I know what we want to order.
We'll find out what Sherry Canepsy's doing working at the steam room when we return. So stick around.
Bad guys are over there.
Yeah.
We
Stick
saw
around,
them.
and we'll be right back.
Right back.
Yep.
All right, folks. Well, welcome back to our Magdalena Blues. And last we left off, our crew of Magdalena was kind of going around town of this Gordon's Landing, a giant foot with a city on it, and kind of getting some little bit of tidbits of some things going on, but mostly doing some shopping. And then decided to go get a bite to eat at the local steam room, selling steam buns and stuff like that. But when they went in their room, which is kind of every room is every eatery place. Every table is its own room, kind of closed off, and has this little like window where you order. And opening the window to see what you guys wanted to eat was Sherry Canepsy.
None other than.
None other than. And so kind of at this moment of, I know you guys, and you guys are like, I know you, moment as she opened the window. Hey, what can I get for you?
Weiss, now's your chance.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah. And she kind of like leans up out of the window.
I'll lean in.
She's not flirting. She's doing her job.
Yep.
Tobias, come down.
Tobias is like,
No,
Oh,
to listen.
it's
To
special,
listen.
What are you
I'm-
doing here?
Well, it's a really long story. See, we
You
got
don't have to
caught up
whisper.
with- Oh,
It's not
no,
that long a story.
It's a pretty long story. Well, after we left there, we managed to get into a wreck, and then we met.
Okay. Well, just making sure.
Here are the pertinent details.
Just don't
We
blow my
left
cover, okay?
and
Okay.
Arrived here.
No worries. We're gonna probably be working for. Well, Sherry, we want to help you. We're kind of after the same thing after what happened to Station 217.
What happened to Station 217?
Well,
Technically, nothing.
nothing
Belisar
because
tried
we
to
stopped
kill
them.
us.
No, he tried to kill
He tried to kill
Miss
us.
Sally.
Miss
He tried to kill
Valley.
Miss Valley and destroy
And we
Station
were-
217.
And we were there
Who
too,
did?
though.
What are you talking about?
Well, they left a rock.
Who's Miss Valley? Who are they?
At Station 217. Anyways, they left this rock at the Oasis left a rock at Station
There you
217.
go. The dots. You gotta connect the dots. There you go.
Right.
You have
Anyways.
to use our words.
I'm trying.
But names should have meaning.
Right.
Names do
So,
have meaning.
so they left a rock at Station 217. It turned into a giant creature, and they tried to have it destroyed. We talked to them. We sold them some bovine bones. What was the guy's name? The elf, the one that thought he was better than everybody, except for
Salazar and Galarcio.
Salazar. Yeah, we sold him some cow bones that we scavenged.
Yeah, apparently little Alfie wanted the bones.
So now they have
At the mention
But
of
they-
little Alfie, her eyebrows raise. Okay.
So we're probably gonna. Well, okay. So here's the deal. Here's our plan, and don't blow our cover. We're
Tell me
planning
about the sending slate.
Yeah, we have a sending slate from Salazar, and we've got. He's gonna try. We can contact him for a job. So we're probably
But
gonna.
he
do a
thinks that
job.
we're on the
that
inside,
could be
you know,
good.
on the inside with them.
I'm here. I've been on the trail of Aslan for the last 2 weeks. Obviously, all the stuff that happened back in the last place we were.
Kabina?
Kybina. With the krill and stuff. Shut that whole operation down. But
Good for you.
they...
So
So
I think they're here. I think she's
And
here.
that's our guards,
I
right?
know, that's what I'm doing here.
Oh yeah, that makes
We're connecting
sense.
our own dots over here, okay?
I have
Jeez.
I have proof that she's, connected to several crimes, Aslan. And she's quite high up in there.
I have something to tell you.
I do too after
Are you
this.
calling on me now?
Kind of
You might
like,
want to check
what's a little bit of air. Okay.
You might want to check small. Was it Small Curiosity? I
Mhm.
saw they had some shelves with some cloths hiding the stuff behind it. Saw a little
That's
palm
what's
tree.
common practice with them.
Yeah, there's a little palm tree on one of the cloths, and I took a peek, and there was definitely some correspondence between Aslan and Alfie, and also mentioning the guy, that Salazar guy, as well.
Sorry.
So I don't know if you can get in there and take a peek yourself or get some of that information, or if that would help you in any way, but there's definitely some correspondence in that shop between them. Quite a
My
bit.
company doesn't have any jurisdiction out here. Otherwise, of course, I would go and flaunt my badge everywhere, but can't do that here. It's interesting that you mentioned that. I've been following her around, and seems like she's on edge about something. I don't know what. I was thinking, I've got all this proof. If I bring her in, she's going to be serving a lot of time. But if we could flip her, that'd be even better. But with this Salazar fellow you mentioned, I don't know him too well. I've seen him around every now and then.
Yeah, pink hair.
Aslan's his boss, I think. But I know Aslan has all of the information.
Aethel had something to say too.
Calling him now.
Aethel?
So how big is the special?
It actually comes with 5 different kind of steamed buns, and what you're supposed to do is cut into the center, and it's enough to feed one person,
Wait.
for sure.
You are cooking all of this as well?
No, I'm just a waitress. It's because I know that they do a lot of meetings here.
Oh,
I'd like one special, please.
Oh,
Of
another
course.
thing before we move on to the buns. When we were
They're
at
really good
Small-
buns. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Okay, but listen though, when we were at Small Curiosities, the guy there, the owl guy, he said that
Aragon
a
Mills the
lady,
Sixth.
yes, that's his name, a lady had been there maybe yesterday and purchased all of the weapons.
okay. That's good. That's good to know. That's good stuff. I don't know what to do with that. But I guess to be prepared.
I mean, I'm just saying, what's her face, fancy lady? It might have been her.
I know that she's been frequenting Small Curiosities the last few nights alone.
But yeah, moving on, I'd like a special too, please.
Of course. You guys
Oh, how
wouldn't
long
be.
does it last? The buns, like, how long can you keep them for?
Oh, they're steamed, so they don't keep very well.
I'll take the special too, but can I also have one of these steamed fuzzy bubble teas?
Absolutely.
Me too.
Can I have one of these steamed waters?
I would recommend against the steamed water.
That's not very good.
It's that's the only simple one. It's just steamed water. Well, I guess if you just want water, it's been through a steaming process, and so it's supposed to have more. It's supposed to be better for you. I never liked the way it tasted, but I'll get it for you. You might like it actually.
Do you have any steamed cocktails that would be recommended?
I don't drink myself, but you can see the cocktail list down there, and she'll kind of like lean out and point on your menu.
It's right here.
Yep, down
There you go.
there.
Which of these gets ordered the most that you have seen?
I think I'll order the steampunk.
Oh,
Is that on the drink menu?
Yeah, it's on the drink menu.
Okay.
And a special, of course.
Yeah, everybody's getting the special. That's usually what most people get because you get a good variety that way. Yeah, the steampunk is pretty popular. Also, the steam engine is a good one. It comes with a little all of the ice cubes in it look like little cogs,
Well, I think I'd actually want the steamroller. Or maybe the
Okay.
Cleveland Steamer, actually. The Cleveland Steamer, I think, is the best one.
You sure you don't want the self-esteem?
Ooh, I could use some of that, actually.
I heard.
You know what? I'll do a twofer. I'll do the self-esteem and the steamroller.
What about the Stanley Steamer? Do you have any of that? You ever heard of that?
I've never
There
met
at the
Stanley
bottom.
myself.
I think I mean, if it's on the menu, yeah, we got it. I mean, they got. I've been working.
You don't
here
seem
too
to know
long.
the menu very well
Listen,
at all.
I've been working here about like 3-4 days. I'm not a real job.
It's because she's actually a detective and not a
Well, not with
waitress.
that attitude, it's not.
Right. It's. I
We'll
get where
say
you're going.
The
How do we get?
the guy you mentioned is just over there in the room.
The pink hair guy?
Yeah.
Salazar?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it out for
Salazar.
him.
Can
Yeah.
he hear us at all?
Statistically, if we can't hear him, they shouldn't be able.
Yeah.
to hear
All the
us.
rooms are soundproof.
Oh, okay, good. So we're gonna take a job with this guy, and then,
Kill him.
well, that was
Ow.
the plan.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's a surprise to me.
Seems
Okay.
more violent than I expected.
Yeah,
Like,
no, our plan was
within parameters.
he's not a good guy, and you don't need him, so we need to get the big fish. So we let the big fish live, and we kill all the little fish around the big fish.
Or
Is there a
you-
bounty on her?
on her? Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm trying to. I mean, our company is willing to pay an exorbitant amount of money for it. For her,
I
right?
just want to-
For Shalasar.
I just want to
Shalasar,
point
I don't
out-
think so.
How would we, I guess, capture her? She was quite slippery last time.
I don't think she knows everything I know. I think if she was confronted well enough, I know she has ways to get away. I've seen her teleport before, but I don't think she can do that infinitely. I think she teleports to her ship.
Hmm.
So if you
Hmm.
corner her,
Compromise her ship.
she's gonna go to her ship.
Do you know what ship is hers?
Oh, wouldn't
It's
it be one of
the
those
it's the blue
elven ones?
It's the blue bonnet. It is one of those elvish flitters. It's a blue coloration to it.
All right, so the blue bonnet.
So destroy the blue bonnet, capture Aslan.
Got it. And what would the amount say for the capture of Aslan be? Just
Well, she's worth nothing to us dead. So keep that in mind.
right.
Right. Right.
If we're able to capture her and flip her, we could bring down the whole structure of the Oasis.
That sounds like it's worth a lot of money.
If we can flip her.
If you can't flip her, does she not just go to jail like she's supposed to?
Right.
Right, we need to flip her. Okay.
Is that not part of the bounty process?
Well, yes,
Capturing
we'd
criminals?
be paying 2,000 for her to be captured, but
That's it?
if she were to be flipped, well, I don't make up the prices. If we're able to flip her, then we could potentially get bounties on all of the Oasis.
I look over at Oblate. That's a lot of bounties.
Is
Hopefully
it-
they're dead and alive, or dead or alive. That'd be cool. We
Yeah,
just
would
kill them
be-
all.
So I'd
Yeah,
rather
I do
I'd
like
rather
that.
try to
Let's
flip
go.
her.
I'd rather flip her too. I want to help you out, Sherry. Just so, obviously, out of the kindness of my heart, and
No
and the
ulterior
goals,
motives.
and the goal. But I really want to help you out, Sherry.
Well, I'll get your order and give you guys some time to think about if you want dessert. And it'll, about 10, 15 minutes. Food will be ready. Do you want to start off with any appetizers, though? We got some really good steamed tongue.
I'm fine, thank you.
None for me.
Tongue of what?
Do you like the steam tongue?
I mean, I've eaten it. It's okay. It's not great. It's just
Okay.
it's cow
Yeah,
tongue.
like
It's
steamed-
it's well seasoned, but you want to slow cook that stuff.
They're like steamed pickles or steamed calamari or anything like that?
There's some steamed
Steamed
calamari. Yeah.
clams.
That could be good.
Radish.
I'll get some steamed calamari for the table.
Excellent. Well, I'll cover your bill today. Since you're trying to help me out and stuff,
Well, that's kind of you.
I'll be back with your.
Don't say no to that.
I'll be back with your food. Shuts the door. You can kind of hear like. Not a like sigh, but kind of a sigh come from inside the window briefly.
We got to make sure we tip her well.
Right. I just want to give her a big tip.
I'm sure you do.
do.
Tobias.
What's
I'm
I'm
wrong
sure
with
you would like to. I'm sure you would like to flip Aslin too.
Well, yeah, so that we can help Sherry out.
Flipper and tipper, right?
Flipper and Tipper.
No, we're not going to tip her. I want to tip Sherry because
Right.
you-
Flip her, and tip her. Yeah.
right.
Right.
I wanna
believe
get-
you want Aslan to give tips on where to find the other members of the Oasis.
Right. So
Yes.
technically, Aslan would be giving the big tip to Sherry.
I don't think you know what you're saying.
No.
A knock
Okay.
would come at your door as you're talking about this.
Oh god.
The door or the window?
Or
The door.
Okay.
coming, one moment.
You
Who would be
rang.
knocking on the door?
I go and open the door.
Maybe it's the big tipper.
Would be one of the elven individuals in armor.
Hello,
Louise's
sir.
presence,
And
along with
ma'am.
one other, are requested.
Oh.
Can we wait for their food?
Who is the one other?
His choice. I don't know.
Oh. Nose goes.
I'll go. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go. I'll see what's going on.
That's probably a good
Understand
choice.
The rules of this
Mhm.
game.
Right. I'll
Okay.
explain it to him while we're
It
while
would
you
be
guys are done.
myself and Oblate, and I'm sure we will both be on our best behaviors. Both of us.
We'll keep
You
your
gotta-
food warm.
Please don't drink my Cleveland steamer.
You didn't order one of those. You ordered a steamroller.
Oh, you're right.
Well, this elf doesn't even look at you guys. I mean, it's the helmet visor. You can't really see his face anyways. But
Right.
doesn't seem to acknowledge anyone else other than Louise. Barely Aethel even when he opened the door. It would take you down the hall, where that
Hi, sir, madam.
take you down, like, ignoring Aethel. He would take you two down the hall, to where the other guard is standing. Would knock on the door and then open it. You would see Shalasar sitting in there with two other guards inside. Looks like he's eating he's eating the steam special. It's just like the top one's like kind of like the soup steam rolls. And it just kind of like spills out onto the others. Luis and the eavesdropper.
Oh, the dropper of the eaves, yes.
Yes. Please have a seat. I take it you didn't get my message.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. We left the slate over at our ship. We were just getting ourselves settled here into town.
It is fortuitous that you would come in to the same place of business where I'm happen to ask you to meet me.
Oh, it is a small world.
It is.
Well, we are present, and if you are up for talking business, I suppose, so are we.
Please have a seat. I have ordered 2 Stanley steamers for you.
Well, thank you.
Yes, I was actually looking to try that.
Have you tried the Cleveland steamer? I've heard it's nice.
Oh no, I am quite like the steamroller myself, but it is all good here. Like a good steamed food. What? And so the steamroller has like a tube of ice down the center, so it's not a lot of liquid. It's like 2 shots of liquid, and it's just like a log of ice in the center of this long cup.
And then the heat differential makes it spin slowly.
And it slowly kind of steams up as it does spin.
I'm always curious how they make these drinks. They're so unique.
Magic.
But
Can do so much.
if only I knew as much magic as these wizards.
I would suggest that you have magic, you just aren't showing everything off.
Oh, I mean, I have talents, sure, but, I do not have books and pages of spells that I could call upon. I dabble. But anyways, I'm sorry, I do not want to take up your precious time, especially over a meal.
That's quite alright. I heard that your ship was in, and I sent a message immediately.
Ah, and I assume you wanted to discuss some of the odds and ends we previously chatted about.
Yeah. I could have use for some extra muscle. Potentially. I have a meeting later tonight with a potential client who I believe I mentioned before about the bonds.
Oh, yeah.
Little Alfie. I'm supposed to have a meeting tonight alone, so you can see I cannot bring my traditional guard with me, and I cannot bring anyone with me. So, I was hoping you would be my backup, so to speak. I am meeting down below in the big toe. And so I would need you all to make your way down there and just keep an eye on me. To make sure I am not double-crossed by this Alfie.
So we are supposed to be watching over you discreetly then?
If Alfie thinks that there's something amiss, then it would surely cause trouble for me in my meeting.
And this Elfie is... How likely do you think he is to come alone as well? Alone.
Alfie actually controls most of the under, all of the toes, and several of the inner workings of the Gordon's Landing. So it would be quite fortuitous for me and mine to come out good in the meeting.
Yes, and it could be quite disastrous if he were to betray you down there. That would almost be as if whoever is supporting you would be up against the whole underworld down there.
Or you could get me out, and we would be fine.
A job like that has its perils. How much are we talking here?
I would give 500 just for the time. And if everything goes according to plan, 500 will be it. But should trouble arise, then we add on 750 more gold.
Okay. What do you think, Mr. Eavesdropper?
Oh, was I supposed to be listening to this? Sorry. Yes, I think that would be, that would be good.
A small smile will come over the elf's face.
Well, I suppose we go back to our ship and grab the slate, and you can let us know when you are in need of our services.
Oh, I would be needing them tonight. I'm supposed to meet in 6 hours' time.
Okay.
So it would give you some time to figure out how to get down there yourself, and I assume disguises or whatever would work for you.
Okay. And is it any place specific in the Big Toe? Or is that what it's called down there?
That is what it is called down there. I believe it is supposed to be near the toe crusher. Just follow the grinding noise and you will make your way.
And just to ask if I can, do you want just myself and Louise, or is our entire crew able to aid you?
Your whole retinue would be helpful.
Very well.
And I would like to say I am glad that you got out of there before the destruction of the station.
What happened to it?
Well, didn't want anyone to see us doing business. So unfortunately, the gnome would have to be gone.
Oh,
Loose ends and all
so
that.
you blew it up or something?
Or something.
I will pry into that mystery of yours.
It is no mystery. It is just the way of doing business.
All right, fair enough. But all right, we will find you tonight. Oblate, any other questions?
Was there no rendezvous spot before, or we just go down to the Big Toe and keep a lookout?
Keep a lookout and see if you see anything. You should see me. I am hard to miss. And I will not pay attention to you. But that is good. Down near the toe cruncher. Toe grinder? I don't know what they actually call it.
Okay.
You'll hear the grinding noise, and it grinds, I believe, interior bits of the toe. They are expanding down there.
And is it just Brogue that Alfie employs, or is there anyone else
I
that we
believe
should be looking
Alfie
out for?
just employs Bro. There are others
Okay.
who work down there, but mostly, the Brogue. But sometimes their hands are too big. They need the small hands to help fit into small spaces. Help clean up their machines.
Makes
Pick the
sense.
bones out and whatnot. It's all the power and such comes from down there. Some magical energy about the foot. Residuals.
Well, I have nothing else to ask myself. I think we just prepare, and we will see you in how many hours?
5 hours.
6 hours?
6 hours.
Oh, 5 hours.
It's been an hour
Six,
sitting
five?
here. No, 6 hours, as I said before.
6 hours. Okay. Right. Well, we will see you then after we've made some preparations.
Of course.
Well, enjoy your Stanley steamers, and we will be on our way.
Always.
Thank you much. And I'll cheers him and take my drink with me.
He just kind of gives a nod. Meanwhile, the rest of you guys, your food does. I would say actually probably by the time they come back is when Sherry's kind of like coming out with the tray, or just kind of plops it on the window and starts placing it on the table for each of you. The steamed buns, like as they're presented, like the plate itself kind of steams up around it just for like maybe 30 seconds or so. It does have this presentation about it as like you can see each of the buns has steam coming out of the inside of it, and your drinks would all be very steamy. But the special is a platter of essentially 5 different steamed buns that have different fillings, and Like, oh well, I hope you guys enjoy those. Let me know if you got any plans.
We will. I'll actually I'll go ahead and let you know. They just went for a meeting real quick with Chalazar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll come back for your dessert order later.
Yeah, we'll keep you apprised.
I'll enjoy the
Sherry.
rolls and the drinks. Names, and she'll kind of like point to her name tag. Name's Jerry.
Jerry, I'm so sorry. Jerry, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
Not
It's okay.
Jerry.
I got you, Jerry.
I bet you do.
Shuts the door and
Sure would like to.
another kind of sigh as she walks away. As I'd say Louise and Oblate would come back at this point.
Well, it was
Food
less. Oh, food's here. No, what we have to say can wait. Don't worry about that.
Right, I figured.
Food first,
But first, then meeting talk.
then business.
As you eat your steamed buns, they're pretty good. One of the 5 is definitely this kind of like odd texture interior. It's like a bean paste kind of thing, but it also has like, for some reason they decided to put shrimp in there. Like it doesn't mesh well. Like it's not like a shrimp paste. It's like chunks of shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an odd texture for sure.
That one's
You
not
know-
my favorite.
I actually like this one with the seafood in it. It is quite good.
Oh, do you want the rest of mine?
Yeah,
Please.
I don't really eat shrimp a whole lot.
He's like doing like the whole penguin, like flipping it up and. Gark.
I wonder why the detective has left her jurisdiction.
To go after the bad guys.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like some kind of personal connection though. Like she seems really dedicated to this.
To something that she's technically not allowed to do anymore,
Right.
according to what she said.
Maybe it's a personal vendetta.
She probably hates the Oasis. They probably
Mhm.
killed her family or something.
Oh, I hope not. I should have a private meeting with her later and find out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should ask her for a private meeting.
Yeah.
You should knock on the window and ask her.
Perhaps after the bathhouse, so you can, perfume yourself up and be in your
Mhm.
best spirits.
I
And
mean,
then we can go check the slate and see what
Yeah, we probably
they
should.
all want.
No,
That's
no
gonna be
need to check the slate. We already know what they want.
oh,
What do they want?
Yeah.
We're going to we've got a meeting in 6 hours. We're gonna be Overwatch for Shalazar while he meets with little Alfie and the Big Toe.
Well, we will
Oh.
probably need some disguises since there's some connections to Aslan, and Aslan already knows what we look like.
Well, I can make everybody invisible.
We could do that. I
But
was
then when
thinking-
But you'd have to tell him though. You have to let him know ahead of time, like, hey, we're gonna be there. You're just not gonna be able to see us unless things go down.
He actually does not care where we are. He actually prefers not to see us.
Okay. Then that'd be perfect, maybe.
you can make all of us invisible?
Yeah, I should be able
Make
to. Yeah.
two people invisible.
Well, but I can cast it again. That's at 3rd level or
It's a
higher.
concentration spell.
Oh, damn it.
Well, I was thinking somebody could use that nifty spy scope we just bought.
Doesn't that just make us see far away?
Oh, behind us.
In the opposite direction, though, so if somebody were to be sightseeing, you wouldn't be able to tell they were watching behind them.
But we wouldn't be close to anything because we'd be far away.
Well, I mean, as long as we watch him and somebody is mobile enough to get down there if something were to happen. The rest of us could be close by.
Disguises sound good.
I can
Just-
disguise myself,
Oh.
and I can make 2 people invisible. Right?
Right.
So that just leaves 2 people needing disguises.
Yeah.
Well, I should be pretty easy to disguise.
Only we had enough, more of enough time. I could. I don't like doing it that much, though. Well, maybe next time. I do have a doer ability to link minds with somebody, and I could have communication with you. I don't like getting into people's minds too much, though.
That sounds neat.
I would agree.
Yeah.
That does sound neat.
I mean,
But do you really want to know what people think?
Not necessarily. That's why I don't like that ability too much. Some people's thoughts have a little bit less filters than what they say.
Well, me and Oblate are pretty sneaky. I think maybe if we just look, like, you can't wear that sweet jacket, dude, down there. That draws too much attention.
I mean,
It does make you
does it
stand
though?
out.
Does it? Was I wearing it
just-
the last time?
Yes.
It's a statement
Take it
piece
off.
for sure. You know.
Yeah, that's right. I can't.
I don't have
remember
my
our
old
rate.
duster. I gave it away.
You did.
Who'd
What
you
am I gonna
keep?
do?
We need to go
Oh,
buy a duster.
no.
You're gonna have to go without a duster, dude. That way, no one even knows.
That'll
Let's
be
go
the
get-
disguise.
Yeah.
That's right. You just take off the duster. It's like she's all that when they take off her glasses. But he just takes off.
He just takes off his jacket.
She's got glasses and paint on her overalls.
Yeah. So tell me about it. Do they keep any small people down there, or is this like a thing where it's like what's underneath? Tell me about the underneath.
We don't really know a whole lot. I
We
mean,
don't
we
know
just
a whole
know
lot.
that it's mostly Brogue down there, and maybe some smaller beings other than Brogue that get bones out of machinery, apparently. I don't
Okay.
know if they're halflings or if they're small folk. They are just smaller than Brogue, which
Okay.
I'm assuming are big.
So we need
And
some
he-
peasant clothes for me and Oblate.
Well, a little Elfie does own the majority of the underworld too down there, so it would be, I don't know, maybe more difficult fitting in. I don't know, maybe.
I can pick out bones from machinery.
I don't think we have time for you to find a job.
I think he's right.
Mm.
You have to go
Yeah.
up.
We have 5 hours and 45 minutes. If it
How
was
you
6
gonna
hours
learn-
from when we were told about it.
Right? How you gonna learn a new skill? You know, skill set in that time.
I
No
don't
time.
think it's really a skill. So me and Oblate can be bone cleaners down there, and you two can be invisible. And Dr. Jelly, can you look like a what's those creatures?
A
The
bird.
the bone,
Rogue.
the brogue.
So everybody give me a history check or nature check. Your call.
Everybody?
Yeah,
I'll do a nature.
Nature.
you're talking about Brogue.
Brogue.
All right. Tobias, Dr. Jellybean, and Aethel. Tobias and Dr. Jellybean know a little more probably, but Aethel, you would at least know what they are. They are giants with 4 arms, typically very territorial, and not always the smartest. Like to eat people occasionally. That's at least the tales.
So how big are they?
They're usually about
Large.
14 feet tall.
So no, I cannot make myself 14 feet tall. No.
Can you make Aethel 14 feet tall?
How tall are you, Aethel?
I am just under 6 feet tall. I am 5'10".
No, I can make you a little bigger, but not that big.
What if I was a small brogue?
You would be ridiculed by all of the other brogue.
I know you'd be picked on. They call you little
You would
shrimpy.
stand out even more.
What
They
if
would
little
not include
Alfie is
you.
a small brogue? And
Maybe that's
goes
why
by
he's
little.
called little.
I think maybe it's the opposite. I think he's
Oh,
probably
that's-
the biggest of.
Ironically, very large.
Right. You should be Big Timmy. There you go.
Yeah.
Would be average sized Timmy.
Regular sized Rudy.
So you can make 2 people invisible.
Yeah.
1 you can
Right.
disguise.
It has to be myself. I can disguise myself. Really. I don't think it works for other people as well as it works for me.
How
If
big
the
can you
spell
make your-
disguise
Actually, I was
self,
wrong.
it's
Brogue
only self
are
because
like
it
20
says
feet
self.
tall.
Or what?
Like 20 feet
20
tall.
feet.
Oh.
20. I
Yeah,
can't
no.
get anywhere close to that.
All right, who's good at sneaking besides me and Oblate? We're pretty good at sneaking around.
I can, but it's just not my style.
But it's for the mission, man.
But what is the point of being all quiet when you could be loud? Where everybody's paying attention to you.
Because we don't
see
want
your
them to
point.
pay attention to us down there.
I see his
But-
point,
well-
though.
We could check this out. If it is a large crevice, I could watch from above and with the spy scope, and doesn't matter the distance, I will land on my feet.
Okay. So-
you have the cat
Doc-
or things.
So
Yeah.
Dr. Jelly and Aethel are invisible because they're not sneaky. Me and Oblate sneak down. Do the whole sneaky thing. Pretty good at that. I can probably hide 2 weapons on me, but not much else. You got that Biden. I don't know if you can hide that on you, man.
I don't
I
care.
could carry it, and then it would be invisible with me.
Perfect.
Okay. Please don't break it.
I don't know why I would.
Don't lose it.
I'll just keep it in my hand.
Thank you. Don't drop it.
All right. You can hide your gun.
I'll do my best.
I can hide a couple weapons. Okay, that works. I'll leave my bow at the ship, and we'll get some commoners close.
Would you
Look
like
like-
to carry my cudgel?
It's a cudgel.
It's like a hammer, but like more.
Don't give this
round.
guy a hammer. Don't.
I'm
I don't
not proficient with hammers.
It has fingers on it.
I don't like fingies.
What is up with
I
hands?
think it's a mace, technically.
It's more like a mace, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, does this mean we have time for a bath?
We have approximately 5 hours and 27 minutes.
Oh,
I've got
Oh.
your mace.
Where'd you get that at?
From over there.
Oh, this is
Just grab
from
it.
Kiev when I went to Ukraine.
Oh, dope.
Side story.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
there.
I have a war axe downstairs.
That sounds a lot cooler, actually.
When
It's not
Jerry
very fancy,
comes
but-
back, can we figure out how far away we are from like the big toe?
Yeah, she'll probably know
Um,
more. We probably need to tell her all of this.
The broken bone is in the ankle, so it's probably the closest area that we'd normally be going to.
Yeah, the Rook
Okay,
and
that
Bone
works.
is further up the, like it's like the. It's the,
Oh, no, I get you. I
the
guess it's the
front,
ankle's
the
furthest
front
away.
ankle,
It's only going to the toes.
whatever the front
So
ankle's
it's probably
called.
on top of the foot.
Yeah.
The like next to the protruding bone that you always hit on stuff on the side of your leg.
Oh,
Exactly. That's it.
What? Where is the docks compared to the toes? Because they're probably close-ish.
Say the docks are about midfoot.
Left or
Okay.
right? Because one
Uh,
side has the big toe and one doesn't.
That's true.
Right?
I'd say it's on
So
the right
which is-
side. The big toe is also on the right side too, I think.
So
Yeah.
that's a pretty good.
Okay.
There are only 3 toes, so
Yeah, I'll change clothes. Oblate just will take off his sweet jacket. We'll leave those at the ship.
Sherry/Jerry would come back. Like, all right, you guys want any dessert?
No, but we do have a plan, and I need to know where to pick up some clothes for like workers in the under.
She doesn't even know what's going on.
Well,
Tell her the plan.
We got to tell her what happened in the meeting and all that stuff. You're going from 0 to 100.
Jerry, I have a lot of information for you. Okay,
It's
so
not that much information.
He's coming on a little strong, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, real easy. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go protect this guy Shalazar. He's gonna go have a meeting with Alphonse.
Little Alfie.
Little Alfie. We're supposed to sneak down there and kind of just watch over him in case things go south. And then if things go south, we're gonna protect him and bring him back, and then we'll get his trust, and then we should be good to maybe get into some bigger meetings. Work your way up the ladder thing.
Okay.
But we need disguises for down there. And they said there were not a lot of little people. So
There's some down there from what I've heard. I mean, I haven't been down there myself. Why don't you ask one of the workers?
do you know where they hang out?
I'm sure they're around town somewhere. If you get closer to the toes, you'll probably find some people that work down there, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Also, Sherry, I wanted to give you a big tip. And I'll slide a gold piece across the counter.
Okay.
How much would our food have been?
I feel like you have to, when somebody's comping your meal,
5
you
gold.
tip them plus what the meal would cost. I mean, that's how I do things.
Oh, I just gave her my last gold piece, so it means more because it was my last gold piece.
Oh, well, I'll just give her another 4 gold pieces.
Oh, but thank you.
Wait, all the food was only 5 gold?
Yeah.
Everything was 5 gold?
Well,
Oh, he's
the
about going for
drinks were actually more expensive, but that's
well,
how
here's 10
a lot of these
here's 10
places make their money, is on the drinks.
Well, here's 10 gold. 10 more gold. There you go.
Oh, okay. I'm not doing this for the money. I was just okay.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
You're
You'll
doing
be
a good
big
job.
detective someday.
Yeah.
This will just keep you afloat till then.
Do you spell Jerry with a J or a G?
It's
And a
J.
Y or an I?
It's a Y, or wait, what? How do you spell Sherry? With a Y.
With a-
It's really just Sherry, just with a J instead of a SH.
Is it short for anything?
It's just a made-up name. I just changed my name from Sherry to Jerry. So connections, I guess. I don't know.
Jerry, can I ask you something?
I guess. I
No.
mean, you guys.
You just did.
Don't
You guys are
don't
kinda
do this.
weird.
No.
Why
Do
are
it.
you doing this? Why are you so why do you have so much trying to get these guys? Like, do you have a personal vendetta? Is there something, did something bad happen? That's what they were saying.
Give me a persuasion check.
I thought he was going to ask something else.
So did
yeah,
I.
I did. I thought he was going to ask for a meeting.
Yeah.
Private meeting.
Yes. Private meeting.
With his big toe.
Nice.
Is that his,
With 17
That-
is a success.
Wow.
Just kind of like looks down for a moment and like across the table looks towards you. They have my husband.
oh no.
Rats.
They
Sorry,
have-
Tobias.
They,
He's
they
married.
Sorry, Sherry.
he was my partner and he got
That's
pretty
what a
close to
husband
the
is, yes.
well on the job too.
Shut up, Ethan.
He was we were working the case. He was a lot closer to it than I was. I told him to kind of back off because he started getting threats and he didn't come home. And I got a note from the Oasis to back off too, and that we have your husband. Like, no ransom, nothing like that. It's just, I don't know where they're keeping him. I don't know even if they're alive or he's alive. I just. Yeah, I would say
what's
it's a
his name?
personal vendetta.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I want to help you get your husband back and take them down.
What's your husband's name?
Gary.
Jerry.
Gary.
Gary.
What?
Gary.
Gary.
Konechny.
Gary.
Gary?
Yep, Gary.
Gary. Gary and Sherry.
Gary with an
Jerry.
I though.
Gary.
It's the Gary with an I at the beginning or the end.
It's Gari.
Okay.
Gary.
Maybe there'd be two
Okay.
R's. Maybe two R's.
Now that would be Gary.
Wouldn't
Mm,
it?
it's a,
Gari. Yeah,
pronounce-
we'll go with that.
pronounced however
Yeah.
it's pronounced.
Yeah, it's pronounced how it's pronounced. So I'm hoping to. Honestly, that's why I wanted to interrogate and flip them so they could tell me where my husband is, and then
Go rescue him, of course.
yeah.
So, the higher ups above Aslan have your husband.
Aslan was the one that he was following, so I would assume that she has it.
Okay.
Okay. We have 5 hours and 11 minutes left. Before
Thank
we're
you.
supposed to be at this meeting.
Either.
Thank you, Ethel.
And she'd be like, "All right, well, I hope you enjoyed your meal." And she definitely seems a little more depressed now. But if you guys come into anything, let me know. It means obviously everything to me.
Of course. We'll, yeah. Don't worry.
She kind of like
We
slowly
have
shuts the window.
Well, that was a pleasant backstory.
That was a bummer. That was a big bummer.
Yeah, I was.
Poor Sherry.
The
Poor
parents. dead would've
Tobias.
No
And
big tips for
Tobias.
anybody.
She's not getting
Well,
that big
been-
tip.
No, I still wanted to give her a big tip.
Oh, you do not want to do that. That's just a bunch of drama you do not want, my friend.
But we just gave her a big tip. I don't understand. Anyways, are we taking baths before we go to this?
I don't think we should.
Maybe
Technically,
the
we should be
stinkier the
working somewhere.
better.
As
If
much
we-
as I would love to take a bath, we will have that as a reward after this mission.
You can
Yeah.
just do it after we statistically end up having to fight 1 to 545 people.
That is
Well-
a lot of blood that could be coating our clothes
Woof.
and skin.
Right. Yeah. After. Yeah. Definitely. I'll definitely. make
Guaranteed
this.
500 gold. So that's cool.
Yeah. If nothing goes wrong. Yeah. I like that.
And if we have to
almost
rescue
10
him,
gold
it's
per
another
person.
750. Or we could just let him die and we get 500
wait.
gold.
We probably should have gotten the 500 up front, yes?
In
Mm,
hindsight.
Damn it,
yeah,
you're right.
Because if he's dead, he can't give it to us. So.
Man,
May
No.
still be in there. You could
That-
ask.
I don't think that would be smart.
I think that
Mm-mm.
time's already passed, Ethel. Unfortunately.
No, I think it'd be tacky if you did that now.
it just
Well,
seems needy, and that's not the branding we want with our
It's
party.
a social faux pas. And he's going to pull out a
Mhm.
piece of paper and write that down.
Mhm.
That's not what the Corazon de Magdalena is all about.
No.
No, I don't
Mm-mm.
like it either. It doesn't have a good ring to it.
It's kind of
Keep
long.
working on it.
You tried it. You tried it out. You know?
Hmm.
Well, let's get out here and go start talking to some people down by the docks. Maybe find some workers.
Yeah, we should take note of what they're wearing and their mannerisms, maybe. I don't know.
I wonder if we have enough time to find a safe.
Maybe we could just be ourselves. See what happens.
I'm
Well-
always myself.
If Aslan is there, she already knows what we all look like. Especially me. I was quite charming.
It's hard to miss.
Very, very high. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
I actually
know
thought
if
that whole
It's
thing was
just
made
for,
up.
like,
That pleasure creator
15%
series.
after.
I'm sorry, what were you saying? I did not mean to
Yes.
talk over you.
I was just saying he was only high for about 15% of that encounter with Aslan.
It's true.
That's true.
It was still a wild trip. It was pretty fun. You should try a pleasure cruise, Ethel. I'm sure you would enjoy it.
Maybe some other time. Maybe once we have all of the krill production that we were doing.
Fair enough. Okay, so what's the plan?
As you guys,
You are going to be really far away with a spyglass. These two are going to sneak in visibly. We are going to sneak in invisibly.
Correct.
Well, yes, I mean, I know the plan. I meant the plan to make the plan. Like, what are our preparations, Ethel?
Right. What are the steps that we need to do now to get to the plan?
We need to drop off a few things. It's a Biden.
You're right. It's a Biden.
Part of that, yes. We need disguises for me and Oblate. And
We need to drop off some stuff at the ship.
Yeah, we need to go to the ship, drop off some stuff, find out what the workers wear, maybe talk to a few of them, find out like what the jobs are down there, so maybe we can. I wonder if they have IDs. Maybe they have IDs, and we can just, borrow an ID without asking.
How
I don't
long
think
are
they
you
use
invisible
IDs.
for?
1 hour, I think.
Invisibility is 1 hour.
mm-hmm. Well,
Do we think the whole meeting will be 1 hour?
No idea.
No idea. We hope.
I don't even know what the meeting's about.
nope.
We do lack a lot of information.
Do the docs.
We got some time to get some information. Well, as you guys are coming up with a plan to make the plan for this meeting
pre-plan.
later. Yeah, the plan to plan about pre-planning about this meeting and seemingly some pieces that you don't quite have at the moment to kind of make the puzzle fit. That will be a good spot to end tonight as you guys do the thing and hopefully go to a meeting. We'll see how that goes next time.
We will. We'll probably all be right there afterwards.
All right.
Night, everybody.
no.
Could be.
We'll stick around
Good night.
next week. We'll see everyone next Monday. So, next time.
So long.
Bye.
Thanks
Bye,
for all the
everybody.
steamed buns.